Do you guys ever think that there should be some sort of test that allows you to get your CDL? And I know you're thinking, what are you even talking about? We have to take a test to get our CDL, Josh, but I'm thinking deeper than that. I need you to dig deep today and get on my wavelength. What I'm talking about is a test that determines somebody's mental fitness to be able to handle being a truck driver. Some sort of psych evaluation that determines if a truck driver or aspiring truck driver is mentally fit to do this, how prone they are to throwing tantrums. And I think that would be a really important thing to figure out. Why do I bring that up? Well, the reason I bring that up is because there's a lot of crazy, mentally unstable people that are truck drivers. And I think maybe, just maybe, guys, we might need to start figuring out who should be in a truck and who shouldn't be based on their mental fitness, right? And I don't know how you would do it. I'm not really sure. I made up a whole test in my mind that was similar to, what was that movie with the replicants, where they would do a test on them to determine if they were real or if they were replicants. Blade Runner, similar to that, but it doesn't scan the eyes. It would put like 2 little sensors on your temples here, right? And then all you would do is show a person pictures of different things and see, it'd be like a lie detector on the other end with the needles moving as people have a mental reaction to what it is that they're seeing in front of them, right? So the first picture you would show them would be like maybe a picture of a puppy. Everybody loves puppies. Puppies are fucking adorable, right? And then that kind of clears the palate, so to speak. And you're like, okay, now this person is on their normal wavelength. This is how they think. Let's see what they do. And then you show them just kind of various random pictures in life. Cornfields, sunflowers, wildlife. And you just show them these pictures and you see how they respond, right? And then you start showing pictures that only people that can't manage their emotions would react strongly to, right? Let's say hypothetically you show a picture of a Mexican, just a random Mexican, it doesn't matter, any Mexican, and the needles start moving. And the guy is sitting there and you can tell he's getting a little bit upset. And then the next picture is a Mexican smiling. Oh God, now he's really upset. Those needles are really starting to move. That guy seems to be having fun and I don't approve of it. I don't know why people think like that. I don't know. And then the last picture you show them is a picture of Dylan Mulvaney. And the needles start moving so fast across the paper that smoke starts coming off of them. And then fire. And the whole machine's caught on fire now. And the guy taking the test jumps up and rips the sensors off his head and goes, "What the fuck, man? I ain't gay." And the doctor's going, "Dude, nobody's accusing you of being gay. What are you doing?" "Good, because if you were, I'd kick your ass." We have a lot of guys in trucking that react to information like that in a very similar fashion. That's why I say all that. And it's fucking goofy. It's fucking goofy. Imagine seeing a picture of somebody different than you and you fucking lose your mind and you shoot at beer with a gun. Imagine being that fragile that it just pushes you over the edge, right? And the unfortunate reality is there's a lot of truck drivers that process information that way. I would say it's kind of maybe the opposite of processing information. It's refusing to process information, being mad that there's information. That's a thing. Being very angry that there's information out there. And I think that maybe there should be some sort of test that examines their mental well-being and how they react to different information in the world that would help determine their mental fitness. As a matter of fact, it would fix this industry right up. We would not be talking about too many truckers right now. Not even a little bit. And there is a reason I bring all this up. There's a reason I bring all this up. A trucker wanted to fight me. A fragile man-child trucker wanted to fight me. Imagine that, right? And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I was rolling through Missouri. You guys know Missouri, right? The state of Missouri. And down south of St. Louis on I-44, they got some rolling hills over there, right? Now, I want to set this up by saying when I was a brand new truck driver, I did not understand the effect of hills on a truck. Now, I understand that gravity is a thing, and I very much understood that a truck climbing a mountain goes very slow, and a truck going down a mountain is going to be pulled down that mountain by gravity. I understood all those things, but I never realized until about my first week of driving a truck over the road that hills can greatly change the speed of a truck. Because that first week I was in a truck, I was like, why the fuck does everybody keep changing speeds? Drive! Drive! And then I learned something about trucking, and I realized that that's completely normal for trucks to change speed. Even if the hill doesn't look that big, trucks are pulling a lot of weight, and that speed is going to change. And what I learned in that first week of driving a truck, because that's as long as it took me, because I'm real quick, right? Real quick. Was that is just a normal part of driving a truck. When you get on some hilly terrain with other trucks, you'll get caught up with them where you may be passing them on the uphill, but they're going to pass you every time you go downhill. First week, I was real mad about it. I said, why won't this guy leave me the fuck alone? Then upon reflecting on what had happened, I realized this is just normal, and I think it's very normal for truck drivers that have a little bit of experience, like I did at the time, to understand that that's going to happen. And then you realize you're going to pass that guy all day, he's going to pass you all day, no harm, no foul, everybody is happy, right? And if you've been driving a truck for longer than a week, you understand that. So anyways, I'm going through those rolling hills of Missouri when there's a truck that I keep passing. As I go uphill, I pass him every time. We hit the downhills, he's got a higher governed speed. Maybe he's got a load that weighs more than mine, which would explain why I'm beating him on the uphill, and he blows by me every time on the downhill, right? I ain't even thinking nothing of it. I don't give a shit. This is just trucking, baby. This is what we do. And I noticed one time I went to go past the guy. And as I was going to pass him, he kind of did like a jerking motion towards my lane. And I didn't think much of that either. Didn't think much of it. Because sometimes that just kind of happens. Sometimes we get caught up in a little groove of the road and we go kind of, take a little dive towards the lane next to us. Always fun for the small passenger cars next to us going, what the fuck? Yeah, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes the driver's just straight up not paying attention. They swerve into your lane. All kinds of things can cause this. All kinds of things. I didn't think much of it, but as I come up to pass him, I notice he's scowling at me as I go around him. And I'm thinking, well, there's another happy trucker right there, huh? But I still don't think much of it. I get up that hill. I get around him. We start dropping down that next hill. And here he comes around me. I still don't care. I understand physics a little bit. Not a lot of physics majors in trucking, believe it or not. But you don't have to be. You don't have to be to understand that heavy is heavy and gravity is a thing. There you go. That's all the physics you need to know. We're done. We're done. Anyways, he starts coming around me again, and I'm just rolling down the road, rumbling down the road like I do, god damn it. I don't just roll down the road, I fucking rumble, motherfuckers. When you're on my level, let me know. Let me know. Anyways, as he's passing me, I realize he's kind of like turned sideways in his seat, just staring at me as he goes by. And as he passes, gets his window past mine, gets his trailer all the way almost past my truck, he cuts in real tight in front of me. So we're like this close to each other, just cuts me off. And I go, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Well, now I'm real close to him, and I got no one to the left of me, and we're starting to head uphill again. So as I see we're starting to head uphill, I jump out into that left lane. I'm going to go right on by this guy, and he's starting to like swerve towards me multiple times now as I go up the hill. Not like anything like too aggressive. Like he's not like trying to push me out of my lane or anything, but he's just like kind of jerking towards me. Jerking, well, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure that's the words I wanted to use, if I'm being honest with you guys. And as I go up to pass his window, he's scowling at me and flipping me off. Both hands. Jesus take the fucking wheel, I guess, because he ain't got a hand on the wheel. He's just flipping me the fuck off, and then he's pointing to the side of the road. Pull over, pull over. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this absolute psychopath right now? This is when it all started clicking in my head. Is this guy mad that I keep passing him? What does he want me to do? What is going on? So, we finished that uphill, and we get the, you know, through that hilly part, and we're actually coming up on a Love's truck stop, which is where I plan to stop for, not for the day, but that's where I was going to stop to get me a shower. Needed a shower. Stinky trucker over here all the time, even right after a shower. I just smell like shit. Just a fucking disgusting trucker. Anyways, we get to where it like levels out and he comes around me. Okay, cool. Now I figured it out. His truck has a higher governed speed than mine. And hey, we're leveled out now. So, hey, who cares? He can go all he wants to go. I don't give a shit. And he comes up around me, matches my speed. And he's pointing at me, pull over, motherfucker, pull over, pull over. And I'm like, this is really, really fucking childish. There is no way in the world I'm pulling over to fight someone on the side of the interstate. You know why? Because I'm an adult and I got shit to handle. Punching people ain't one of those things I got to handle. I have actual things going on in my life. And I just like looked at him and I just gave him a little, no, I'm not going to pull over. So he whips around me, and we're coming up on the exit for the Loves, and sure enough, he hits that same exit. And I'm like, God damn it. You know, and the reason I'm thinking, God damn it, is because next stop, St. Louis, and now it's getting a little later in the day. I may not even get to get a shower if I don't stop here. But this guy's clearly got an issue. Whatever. It's fine. We both leave the exit at the same time, because what I've come to learn in trucking, guys, is a lot of people want to talk about how they're going to kick someone's ass. A lot of talking about kicking asses here. If talking was ass kickings, there'd be a lot of asses kicked out here. A lot. Just all the time. Asses kicked everywhere you look. Right? But I'm like, dude's probably not going to do nothing. And I'm not going to, like, escalate the situation. I'm not going to tailgate him into the truck stop. I'm not going to see where he's parking or whatever and go jump out of my truck. I need a shower. I'm going to go take that shower. And there's nothing this fragile man can do about me going to take a shower. Because I'm not going to like go into a whole thing like too much, but like I've always been like a smaller guy my whole life. So I've spent my whole life like with someone trying to bully me. And to be honest with you, quite frankly, I'm fucking sick of it. I don't know why people act like that in our 40s. That's fucking weird. I expect it from 12-year-olds. But my thought process was, this dude's not going to like bully me out of getting a shower. He's just going to go... and he's going to have to deal with his anger some other fucking way. So I pulled into the truck stop right behind him. He pulled up to Fuel Island, because that's where the fighting happens, baby. That's where all the fisticuffs go on, is up there on Fuel Island, right? And I actually, like I said, was going to get a shower, so I went and found me a place to parked my truck, and it was... I don't think I still have the video. I actually recorded, it was supposed to be some B-roll for another video I was going to do. And I don't think I saved it because I didn't do that video. Something, I don't know. But there was like a gallon jug of whiskey, I think, just full of piss sitting in the truck stop parking lot in like one of the actual parking spots, and I was recording it. I don't think I put that in a video. Did I, guys? I don't remember. Anyways, I was laughing at that because I thought that was funny. I thought it was really fucking ridiculous. And it's times like that where I sort of reflect on, where did I go wrong in life? Like, what did I do wrong? I don't think that trucking's a bad career choice, right? But just 10 minutes ago, I was just, well, let's say an hour ago. It takes a while to get through those hills. But just an hour ago, I was just minding my business, just happy as a pig in shit, as they say. Just rolling down the road, listening to whatever I'm doing on the radio, taking hits off my vape, just a happy motherfucker. And then, next thing I know, there's some psychopath that, like, wants to fight me, and then there's a gallon jug of piss, and I'm like, where have I gone wrong? What the fuck is going on? And as for that guy, I didn't think it was fair. I didn't think it was a fair fight. That dude was not a new trucker. And there's telltale signs that people are not new truckers. Now, if he had been a new trucker that just didn't understand the up and down and how that, like, changes your speeds, it's hopefully a learning experience for him, where he goes, maybe he sees that more often, goes, oh, that trucker wasn't being an asshole. He was just going up and downhill, which is stupid when you think about it. The guy was going up and downhill also. The speed of his truck was changing, but he was pissed off at the speed of my truck changing. I don't fucking know, guys. I don't know. Anyways, This guy had been driving a truck for a very long time, and you could fucking tell. All right? It is an unfortunate thing that happens to all of us. From staring out that windshield, we take a lot of damage to our face. Ask me how I know. This was skin cancer. They cut the shit out. Might come back. Who knows? Who knows? But we take a lot of fucking damage to our faces. And this guy's skin on his face was thick. Thick from years and years of staring out that windshield. And I don't think that's a very fair fight, right? What am I supposed to do? Walk up and get in a fight with this guy when he's wearing a natural armor on his face, a natural thick leather armor on his face? I don't think that's okay. You know, in boxing, they talk about flashing that leather, right? That's when you get that nice, that clean, quick shot on a motherfucker, flashing that leather across his face. Well, with this motherfucker, you'd hit him and he'd flash that leather across your knuckles, and I don't think that's very fair at all. But the point is, I'm not out here to fight people. It's so stupid, so dumb. And there's so many guys running around out here insistent that trucking involves a whole lot of fighting. But what's fucking funny about it is they're the same people that get pissed off because the world doesn't treat us like the professionals we deserve to be treated like. They treat us like lower class citizens, fucking scum, pieces of shit on the bottom of their shoe, and they don't treat us like professionals. I should fuck them up. I should challenge them to a fucking fight. You dumb motherfucker. That's why we don't get treated like professionals, you know? I mean, it's not like I'm helping, ranting and raving all over the internet, but hell, I'm having a good time. Who gives a shit? And our image is already trashed as far as, you know, as far back as you want to go. Well, whatever I meant to say with that, right? But you got guys running around thinking everything's a fist fight. You've got gallons of piss everywhere. Geez, we're really worried about being treated like the professionals we deserve to be treated like. That sounds pretty fucking absurd. Absurd. And I just don't understand where this whole mindset comes from, that we're just going to run around out here fighting people. We're the last of the cowboys, they say. We're the last of the cowboys left. Oh, please. Relax. We're running around in air-conditioned trucks with cruise control that have internet and TVs in them, satellite dishes. I got the PS5 right there. I've got the laptop around here somewhere. You can prepare full meals in your truck. Are we really cowboys, guys? Are we? Because it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're living pretty good, to be honest with you. Once you get past the isolation and the small box you live in, we actually do all right. That's not some cowboy shit. Those days are gone. What are we supposed to do about it? Bitch about it? Wish that shit would have stayed harder on everyone? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. We're not cowboys. We're just guys that drive a truck. That's all we are, right? But there's so many people that think that trucking has anything to do with fighting. And I gotta be honest with you. Most of the people running around out here telling people that they're gonna kick everyone's ass should shut the fuck up. They have no business. They are not in the physical condition to be telling anybody that they're going to kick their ass, because that is an unfortunate reality of being a trucker. We sit on our asses all the time. All the time. And after a long day of driving, it is hard to find the motivation to work out a little bit, right? Or go for a walk, or even to find the motivation to try to eat even a little bit healthier, because we got to go out of our way to do it most of the time. And not only going out of our way, but it's more expensive. Have you ever tried to buy a 3-pack of hard-boiled eggs in a fucking Love's? They're like $9. It's way more expensive, you know? So the fact is, we completely wreck our bodies and then run around out here talking about how you're going to kick everyone's ass. It's fucking silly. It's absolutely absurd. I do have... Sorry, guys. I do have one guy that likes to come to my channel to challenge me to fights all the time. I don't fucking know. He only shows up every once in a while, probably because he's getting in so many fights, I would imagine. Like, you can't be... When you're that busy, you can't be talking to me in the comments all the time. You got fighting to do, right? But he always tells me, he's like, you sure do an awful lot of talking for somebody that won't fight. Yeah, literally none of my videos are threatening people. I don't have a video where I'm talking about kicking someone's ass. And if I do, I'm making fun of the whole fucking situation. Yes, my job here on YouTube is to entertain and sometimes even inform the people that like my videos. My job not here on YouTube is to say a bunch of words and then be so offended that you didn't like the words I like, so I find you in Fuel Island and pummel you into the fucking ground. But I always just remind the guy that he's just suffering from fragile masculinity, because you have to be. You fucking have to be. To hear a joke on the internet and then you go, okay, that's it, we're fighting. We're fighting. You've got to be the most fragile son of a bitch that has ever gotten on the internet to even think like that, even a little bit. Let me get a hit off my vape. I just changed the coil. Oh, look how delicious that nice, clean juice looks. Oh, man. Oh, that looks so good. Let me try a shot. Oh, that's tasty. That's tasty, baby. Oh, goddamn. Anyways. I don't know where these guys got this idea that trucking and fighting are the same fucking thing. And a lot of people can tell me a lot of things. Say, you know, Josh, back in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, what have you, that's what we used to do. We used to get out there and we'd fucking settle our differences man to man, and we'd punch each other in the mouth. Well, that explains why so many are running around dumb as hell these days. Jesus Christ, you took too many punches to the fucking head. Didn't you think for a minute about, like, not getting punched in the head? Didn't you think for a minute to keep a few of your brain cells and, like, not react like a fucking toddler every time you face adversity in your life? Jesus fucking Christ. Wouldn't that be a good idea? But I'm not sure I buy it, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not sure I buy it. Now, that's not to say that back in the day there weren't fights, right? That's not to say that. But the idea that everybody was running around just punching the living shit out of each other every time, that's how men took care of it. Every time we disagreed with someone, we'd get out there and we'd punch each other, and then we'd get up and we'd shake hands at the end, and we were best friends after that. I will never, ever shake the hand or be best friends with somebody that just got done violently assaulting me. Ever. That guy can go fuck himself. I want nothing to do with that motherfucker. That's fucking crazy. A guy punches you so hard that you become his friend? That's fucking ridiculous. Ain't gonna be me. But I say all that to say, I know a lot of the shit that I say on this channel is complete bullshit, and you guys know it too. Purpose of this channel is entertainment. This channel is not to educate you. It's not. If it happens, it was an accident. I promise you that. But the purpose of this channel is education. The reason I say all that, I said the purpose is education. Entertainment, god damn it. The purpose of this channel is entertainment. That's it. And a lot of what I say is bullshit. And the reason I'm saying that is because I actually genuinely believe what I'm about to say. Okay? I don't think that the skills test, just getting a CDL by demonstrating that you can operate a vehicle, and there's also the physical, right? We check your physical condition. You know, you can't be in too bad a physical shape, or you can't get a medical card, and therefore you can't drive a truck. I don't think we're going far enough, and I genuinely fucking mean this. We need to find a way to examine the mental stability of people that are in trucks. I reiterate, I genuinely fucking mean that. We can't have people that just fly off the fucking handle at the most minor inconvenience out here driving a fucking semi-truck. That is literally the most absurd thing I have ever seen. We can't have it anymore. All right? Every day, me and you, we get on these interstates, these highways, these roads. We do. And every day, someone we care about does. Right? And not only that, if there truly were a brotherhood in trucking instead of all this bullshit that everyone makes up, we wouldn't only be concerned about our loved ones on the interstate. we can be concerned about our fellow brother truckers, loved ones on the interstate, right? We would do all those things. But when you look around, truckers and non-truckers that are watching this video, when you look around at the shit you see going on the interstates that truckers are doing, do you feel safe putting yourself next to that truck? And it's not like it's everyone. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good drivers out here, right? But do you feel safe being next to that mentally unstable truck? Do you? Not the truck. The truck's just fine. The truck doesn't really think for itself. It's the fucking driver. It's the driver. And I've seen it over and over and over out there on the interstates. I have seen so much fucking road rage from truck drivers. As a matter of fact, when people come to my comment section and they start bitching about the cars, which they call the four-wheelers, they start bitching about the cars and their behavior, I actually go out of my way when I read those comments to kind of help that person see it from a different point of view. Because we are in very big trucks out here that can be, if used the wrong way, very fucking dangerous, right? And there is sort of a superiority complex amongst truckers that because I drive a truck and my vehicle's bigger, anytime somebody in a car makes a minor mistake, then, oh, they're just a fucking idiot and they deserve whatever the fuck happens to them. That's a fucking person in that car that may have made a mistake, that may be absolutely doing something really stupid on the road right now, because people do that. People do that. There's a lot of really, really bad drivers in general out there, right? When you see the guy coming across all lanes of traffic to get to his exit that he forgot about, here's the thing. A good driver sometimes misses their exit. A bad driver never does. You know why? Because they're going to fucking cut off everyone to get across that road, right? And I have not only seen, but in a car, I have been on the receiving end multiple times of some asshole in a truck just barreling the fuck down on me while I'm driving my car, and like I'm in the left lane and I'm passing a truck already that's in a right lane. I'm going over the speed limit, and here comes old Senor Super Trucker here trying to mow me the fuck down, sitting in his truck talking about how fucking stupid I am, and because I'm in his way. Well, pardon me, princess, I didn't know you were coming through. Had I known it was you, I might have got the fuck out of the way, but I had no fucking clue. And you see it every day, just these people just right on the back. Normally it's the long-nosed Pete's and shit like that, just right on the bumper of a fucking car. Because that person driving that truck has lost their ever-loving fucking mind, and they're pissed off, and they're using their giant vehicle as a weapon or as an intimidation tactic, at very least, to get you the fuck out of their way. You've seen the truckers. There was a video recently with two truckers. It was maybe a couple months ago, but they got into a road rage incident, I think somewhere in Texas, which looked like normal to the untrained eye, looked like normal Texas driving, vehicles bouncing off of each other. Yeah, that seems pretty fucking Texan to me. That tracks, as they say. But these two trucks like start trying to bully each other off the road. Traffic's like, oh fuck, backs the fuck away from them, while these two fucking dipshits go down the fucking road trying to see which one's gonna lose their little game of chicken first. And it's all fucking silly. Every goddamn bit of it is silly. And I don't even mean a lot of the shit I say on this channel. A lot of it's to make you guys laugh. You're welcome. Laugh a little. It's life ends soon. We're all halfway dead. Fucking laugh a little. I don't even mean half the shit. If even that on this channel. It's all bullshit. It's to make you laugh. But I strongly believe that. I strongly believe we need some sort of psychological evaluation to go along with the physical, and you have to prove that you are safe to do both of those things. Now, I have my fair share of tangents. I can't think of a time I've used my truck to intimidate people or use it as a weapon, because I like to keep a cool head out here. I like to do that. I like to save my rants and raves for right here on YouTube, but I'm not guaranteeing I would pass that test either. But hey, oh well. I mean, we've got to get some of these shitheads off the road. This is fucking crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So anyways, I actually did my workout last night. I used this right here to pull up off the bottom bunk, and I did 40 of those, and I did 40 push-ups and 60 sit-ups, and I got a little tightness in my lower back today, which means just a little tightness. Just a little tightness. But what that means is I'm sick of standing up and talking. So I will see you guys later, and let me know what you think in the comments. We'll talk about it. See ya.